Garden perspective. You know your garden? It's all a matter of perspective. Howard is a contributor who comes to us from the Cumberland Plateau, Zone 7 in Tennessee. He just went ahead and put in 80 garlic cloves. He sums it up nicely. Garden is mind over matter. If I don't mind, it don't matter. It's all perspective. Howard looks wonderful, straight or not. While we're doing a little harvesting, this is part of our cut and drop. I like to just cut them in smaller pieces and let them drop. We'll come back and cover that with mulch. The recent storms we've had have helped us with our cut and drop. A lot of these have already been knocked down to the ground. I'm just going to cover them up. Cutting them into smaller pieces help them break down a little quicker. A lot of this we went ahead and let dry. But while we still have a little bit of decent weather, I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning up the garden. This perspective, I don't mind having this stuff hanging out. I'm just cutting them off at the ground. I'm leaving those roots in. That's important for the life in the soil. As I'm cleaning up the last of this late summer corn, got to be careful. Here's a perspective. We got kind of a dying down mass, or we've got brand new kale coming on, and beets, and carrots, and beets, all down in here. And that shows you just how much life is in this soil. And that's how fast this deep mulch goes away. I got bare soil. I've got some other little weedy things trying to come up. Once I finish cutting and dropping this, then we'll know where we can go ahead and put some more mulch. You would just work at it a little at a time. There's no need to get in a huge hurry. There's another reason I don't mark things. That way I'm not disappointed. But then when I get volunteers coming up, I'm tickled. While I finish this up, let's go ahead and take a look at another one of our contributors, Patrice. Patrice's small greenhouse has definitely been a good deal. It saved her plants on the frosty nights. She's been harvesting quite a little bit. Got the last of her cucumbers growing. For a small area and containers, your harvest is wonderful. Patrice wanted everybody to know you can do this too, and it doesn't take a lot. It is all perspective. Whether you have a small garden, whether you have nice neat rows, whether you're chaos gardening, the one constant is the better your soil, the better your plants. And that's what I found with this mixed mulch. Now I think that's a little better, and I can see the volunteers that are coming up. And as you continue to clean up the garden, you're going to find surprises everywhere. I still have some carrots from the carrot hack that we did early this year, but I also have carrots from the third planting right over here. And I got some curly dock. Curly dock may not be my most favorite green, but it's definitely edible. And it improves the soil by keeping those tap roots down in there. And if it wants to grow there, that's fine with me. But what I do want to see is what we got under these volunteer turmeric. There you go. We got our worms, but look at that. That is, hang on. Now that's what a clump of turmeric should look like. Yeah. That's some turmeric for you. These are volunteers. Those are wonderful. There you go. Oh, wow. Now that is some beautiful turmeric off of one volunteer plant. Turmeric. See the turmeric? Oh, yes. Well, in among the turmeric, it looks like I pulled up a carrot, but that's okay. And to clean these up, very simple. Just break them off the bottom. We're gonna go ahead and let these dry. Kind of get the dirt off them as much as you can, but it's rained enough, this is kind of wet. We're gonna go ahead and let these dry, and then we're gonna store them in a cool place in the house. And we're either gonna slice them and cook with them, or we're gonna let some of them dry a little bit, and then we'll grind them up into powder. Oh, and if you could smell that, that turmeric is just wonderful. We got some nice pieces here. Oh. The other day we were talking about growing food for no money. This is a great example of a nice haul. These came up on their own. I ignored them. I didn't add any extra water to them. We just let the rain take care of them. And when I say we'll see what we get, that's what we got. And that was free. You can do this too. I need to do a little bit of housekeeping. First off, I need to address when these episodes get posted. I have no control over that. Recently, it's been taking up to 3 and 4 hours just to upload an episode. And I'm not sure exactly why, but I'm looking into it. Hopefully that will get better and I'll be able to get a little more consistent. Because when I try to post something at 6 o'clock in the evening and it doesn't post till 10:30, that's not a good deal. The channel itself, I want to thank you. We've gone over 15 million views. We got over 58,000 subscribers. And you know what? Well over half the people that view don't subscribe. So if you're watching this, please hit that subscribe button. It tells the algorithm that you like the content. Once again, I've been told I'm not promoting myself enough. And I'd never tell another adult how to garden. I just hope folks find this stuff interesting and maybe gain a little something out of it. And if you have gotten value out of any of these episodes, any of my story, please make sure you subscribe. I spend a lot of time out here just documenting what we do. And I try to bring it to you as full and honest as what we do. We don't do any weird stuff behind the scenes. Now I do edit out a bunch of the boring stuff because a lot of it is walking back and forth and nobody wants to see that. One other thing I want to talk about is the holidays are coming and I don't usually hawk things. I've given you a few reviews. If you like this stuff, it's on my Amazon page. It's in the description box below. I've got a lot of outfits coming at me really hard right now, thinking that I ought to be pushing a bunch of stuff to you guys. Stuff I wouldn't even buy, I wouldn't even use. So I'm not doing that. If I come across something that I think has value, I may show it to you. But the holidays are coming, and I do have an Amazon store. It shows everything I use here in the garden. You might be interested. We also have, what do the kids call it, merch? We got some hats and we got some cups. There's also some stuffed animals if you go to that link. Might be good stocking stuffers. Anyhow, the holidays are coming, and on the dreary days, if you're shopping, if you go through my links, you'll help me out a little bit. And as we continue to put the rest of the garden to bed, we've got the raised beds and the cold frames coming on strong. Got cabbages with cilantro coming up between them. Got a bunch of carrots germinated just fine. And a bunch of beets. Has anybody ever said you can't have enough beets? Hey, you can do this too. And I hope you join me for extreme gardening as we move on into winter. Yeah, I can't wait to see what's inside that loofah. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit, and so are you. Leave a comment down below. Let all the contributors know just how much you appreciate them sharing what's going on in their garden. You know, for the last 4 years, we've been highlighting you and what's been going on in your garden. You've been helping motivate people around the world, showing them what's possible in a garden, showing them that they can do it too. And it is all a matter of perspective. Doesn't matter if you have a small garden, a big garden, you want it nice and neat, you're running a chaos deal. I do think the deep mulch is the way to go, but if you're not using deep mulch and you're having success, then you're having success. And we can all do this. And until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.